Hi everyone, it's Cathy here with Colors with Cathy. And today, as promised, I'm going to introduce you to Spectro-Chrome. And this is color light therapy that most color therapists use in this country. And it was first introduced in the late 1800s, early 1920s by a gentleman by the name of Dinshaw Gadiali, and his sons have carried on his work. And this book is my Bible. It's called Let There Be Light, and it's written by Darius Dinshaw, his son. And it's really worth a great read about Dinshaw. And this is him here. He believed that good food, sunlight, and sleep were all that you needed to maintain a healthy body. And he went through quite a lot to get his system accepted, and it was used in a couple of hospitals, and his work was not appreciated by the FDA at the time, and they actually destroyed all of his projectors that he had made for shining light on the body. And how he originally started was a kerosene lamp with a piece of blue stained glass in front of it to help a woman with colitis. And she became cured of it. The story is in the book. The book is very affordable on the website, the Dinshaw Health Society.org. Check it out. It's also available through some of my color therapists, and I will put their links below. And a store in Edmonton carries the book. Also, colorenergy.com. Color Energy is a company that deals in lots of wonderful things for color therapy, and they're based in Vancouver, Canada. So when my teacher, 26 years ago, sent me all these filters, we call them, and the book, I phoned her and I said, what am I supposed to do with this? And she said, well, there's plans in there for making a lamp, and, just start. Just start. So I attached green to a lamp that clipped onto the end table. And my first color that I tried was green, and I couldn't believe how I felt after 20 minutes. It made a huge difference to what I was going through at the time. So I did a lot more studying on color light therapy, and I read a book by Edwin Babbitt. It was amazing, The Colors of Red and Blue, how he made a device out of stained glass called Chromolux, and you put it in the window and tilt it so certain colors shine on you. And I was lucky enough to have my sister make me one. It's absolutely gorgeous. But back to Dinshaw and Spectro-Chrome. Spectro-Chrome is the use of 12 different colors, and these are the colors, and this is the chart that we use. And we muscle test, or we go into the book to find a condition, and it then tells you what color to use and why, which is a great thing. This is why we use lemon. This is why we use blue for a certain condition. And not, a lot of books will tell you that. So the chart is really easy to follow. Green and magenta are the median colors. Forgive me, I cut my finger. Green is the physical balancer. Magenta is the emotional balancer. And they need no complementary colors. Meaning if you use green for a long time, you then don't need another color to balance it. But if you're using, let's say, orange for a couple of days, you need to have at least one tonation of blue over here. These are the feminine colors, and they are depressing. They bring hot conditions down. This is the masculine side of the wheel, and these are warm and hot colors, and they bring cool conditions up. So if you remember that, that'll get you a long way. And I believe the chart is on their website. So when I first started, I tried to find all kinds of things to attach the filters to. These are the filters, and they come from a lighting store called Production Lighting. So any business that does lighting for stage work will be carrying these, and their Roscolux is what the brand name is. And if you contact me, I can tell you what the color numbers are that you need. The numbers in the book are American for a brand that we don't have here in Canada. But my teacher worked with Darius Dinshaw. Also, Darius worked with the people at Roscolux so that we get the proper frequency. And that's what we're looking for, is the frequency of the color. And this is something that is actually scientifically measured. This is not a frequency that we intuit. So one day I had a student say, you know, I have a reading lamp that would work really well because it has a lip on it. So I'm just going to back up for a minute. This is the lamp. It's a reading lamp, and it has a lip on it, as you can see, so we can attach the frames. And the frames are about $1 each, again, from the lighting company. And the lamp is a whopping $17 at IKEA, and they have not changed their price. It only comes in silver. It used to come in white and black, but now it only comes in silver. And I don't think they'll ever get rid of it. And I like it because it's floor height, but you can adjust it to wherever you need to shine on the body. So I just use binder clips to attach the filters. And I'm just going to turn this color on. And this is red. And just a 40-watt bulb. And I line mine with silver bumper tape so that it reflects more. And it isn't about intensity of the color light, pardon me. So a bigger wattage is not better. So a 25 or a 40-watt light bulb, incandescent, please. And it explains that in the book, why we use incandescent light. Also on their website, they explain the difference between halogen, LED, fluorescent, and incandescent. And I've been hoarding incandescent light bulbs. This is blue in contrast. Does that feel nice? Can you tell how calming that is? Or maybe it was too dark, I don't know. But in the book, it's really easy to follow. There's a guide at the bottom of every page. And it's even got a map of the body. So if it tells you to shine yellow on, on number 9, then you're going to shine it right here. And that's why I love the lamp with the neck that you can move. So you've got the map of the body there. You've also got an explanation as to what happens if we have a strong reaction to a color and so on. And there's lots of do's and don'ts. And then there is a guide. It's called, here we go. Let's just put it there. So like if you are suffering from kidney stones, you look up kidney stones and it tells you schedule number 159. So all you do is go to the back of the book and there it'll have the explanation of why. And he often gives great advice, drink more water, quit smoking, that kind of thing. So if you have kidney stones, you would start with lemon and then do magenta on your back where the kidneys are. And he says drink water frequently. And depending on location, removal might be required. This is not meant to replace medical care. I must stress that. There are some wonderful case studies that a lot of people have done on the use of Spectro-Chrome. And in their newsletter that I get about every 3 months, it also explains how some people have overcome flu and so on, using specific colors for specific conditions. And this is my go-to. And if I'm really sick, though, I go to the doctor. I'm not silly enough to think that some conditions don't warrant medical intervention. I'm not a doctor. I don't prescribe. This is a guide. Let's just say that. It's a guide to better health. And Dinja, as I said, felt that sunshine, exercise, good food, and so on. And it's just an amazing book to read through it and to see everything that he went through and how he started and how he never gave up. And his sons are still carrying on the work. And there's actually a 6-hour DVD now. It was a videotape that I bought, and then I got the DVD of the entire book. So 6 hours of Dinshaw going through the entire book, and then he takes you on a tour of the original house that they lived in, and they have a little bit of a museum where they have some of the projectors and other items, because he also believed in timing. And so if you belong to the Dinshaw Health Society, you get a readout of the best times to have tonations for your geographical location. So in Australia, the best time for tonations might not be the same as me up here in Alberta. And tonation is just the word that we use for sitting down or lying down under the color therapy lamp. That's it. That's what a tonation is. And you don't do it for any longer than 20 minutes. It used to be an hour, but I'm finding 20 minutes is long enough now for a lot of things to start changing. And another thing, he suggests that women don't have tonations when they're in their moon time. And this has nothing to do with any kind of bias towards women in their moon time. What it is that is an overall general healing time for a person anyway. He also suggested, and this is in the schedule, that you not have tonations on full moons, and the energy is heightened then, and I wouldn't suggest it. Drink lots of water when you're having a tonation. You can also leave a glass of water beside the lamp so that it gets the color, and then drink that water afterwards, and it has a homeopathic effect. And that's called solarization of water. And I do that as well, but I put my water into a clear glass, and then I just wrap a filter around it, put it in the sun for about 10 minutes. Everyone is different. And then, I can sip it all day long if I have to, instead of sitting under a lamp. So I hope this gives you a little bit of insight into Spectro-Chrome. And the book is called Let There Be Light. If you want information on the filters and the filter frames and the chart and my book, The Magic of Color, explains it as well. There's a lot more to it, so there may be a part 2 where I actually show you how to do these things, how to solarize water, how to give a tonation. All of my therapies that I do are accompanied by Spectro-Chrome. I muscle test every client for the color that they need, and then I combine it with the tuning fork therapy, and that particular modality is called color sound therapy. Color is visible sound, and sound is audible color. The two go together beautifully. So you can add Spectro-Chrome to massage therapy, Reiki, reflexology, counseling. You can have a beautiful light in the background. You will never overdose on it. If you are a healthy person, your body just won't accept it anymore. Your enough is enough. The only exception to that is babies who don't have discernment or strong enough energy fields to turn it off, the very elderly who may be very sick, and the dying. And I think I'll cover that in part 2 as to what to do for that. So if you have any questions, drop me a line. HughesCathyM@gmail.com, or leave your comment below. I will get back to you. And I started a blog. So go to my website, which is cathymhughes.weebly.com. So when you go to the website, you'll see a blog. Click it, open it up. The first one is called Starting Over, and it's all about how we are continually starting over and recreating ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed this. Today's a green day for me, so I'm wearing a green top, and I did do a green tonation earlier. I just needed everything to come into balance, and that's what green is all about. And the sun is shining today, and the temperature's coming up, so I hope it just keeps going up, because we're kind of tired of this white stuff and the freezing temperatures. So think warm thoughts wherever you are, warm thoughts of love and grace and gratitude. And I will talk to you again soon. Thank you for watching.